When you look deeper into the past, you start to notice patterns that do not feel accidental. Ancient knowledge appears suddenly across the world. Agriculture, astronomy, architecture, and mathematics emerge in multiple regions within similar time frames. Without clear communication between them, official history calls this independent development. But that explanation begins to feel weak when the similarities become too precise. Similar symbols, similar myths, similar measurements, similar stories of destruction and rebirth, carved into stone, told in oral traditions and written into early texts across continents. Another sign is the way ancient catastrophes are treated. Global floods, sudden climate shifts, mass extinctions, and celestial events appear in mythologies worldwide, yet are often dismissed as symbolic, even though modern science now confirms that such events did occur when ancient people described fire from the sky, oceans swallowing land, and darkness covering the world. They were not necessarily imagining things, they were remembering, but memory, without official validation, becomes legend. And legend is easier to ignore than evidence. Timelines are another area where editing becomes visible. Official chronology is treated as fixed, but it is built on assumptions. Carbon dating margins, interpretation of layers, and accepted sequences. When new discoveries challenge these timelines, they are often forced to fit rather than allowed to rewrite the model. Evidence that suggests civilizations may be older than believed is labeled controversial, even when data supports it, because changing timelines changes everything. It changes who we think we are, where we came from, and what we might be capable of again. Another quiet form of editing is translation. Ancient texts are translated by humans with biases, beliefs, and cultural filters. Words with multiple meanings are simplified. Complex ideas are turned into religious stories or poetic metaphors, and technical descriptions are dismissed as symbolic because it is easier than admitting ancient people may have understood more than we think. The destruction of knowledge is also well documented. Libraries burned, religious texts destroyed, scientific works erased because they contradicted dominant beliefs. Each time this happened, history lost pieces, and each time the winners wrote new versions to replace them over generations. These replacements